Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be a video covering King Arthur Legends Rise, a new game coming out from Kabam, who have also brought you some pretty damn juicy titles over the last couple of years. I think King Arthur is actually going to be one of the biggest breakout games of 2023 in the fantasy RPG genre. So I'd like to thank Kabam for giving me the early access and for sponsoring this video. Basically what we got here, we got a massive fantasy world based on the knights of old, based on the King Arthur legend, and you kind of play your way through as King Arthur rises to ascension to become king of the lands, growing your squad and taking down some pretty crazy bosses. I've got to say, this game has got massive potential, okay? It's the first one I've seen using Unreal Engine 5, and the graphics quality is like up there, as good as anything I've seen on a mobile stroke PC game in this genre. So as I said, inspired by King Arthur and the legends, you'll be collecting yourself knights, mages, rogues, some sinister beings as well, and battling against them, by the way, as you work your way through the story mode. What's quite cool, they've got this kind of like top-down view as you've got this almost like semi-open world experience, you know, working your way through. You're collecting stuff along the way. You know, you need to keep your eyes open to find those juicy bits of loot which are a bit hidden on the map. And ultimately, you're building the strongest team you can to start to work your way through the legend. I've got to say, the fighting feels really slick. Visually, it's amazing. Each of the different characters have got their own special moves. You kind of like save your ability points to go in there with the big strikes. Some of them fight better in the night. Some fight better at day. There is this kind of like affinity thing as well. So you do get a bit of depth to the fighting. You do get a bit of depth to the challenge of taking some of this stuff down. And I do need to call it out because the bosses are really, really cool. They're so good. You've got one that's like duplicating, so you've got to try and make sure you're keeping a track of who the main one is to fight. You've got other ones which are kind of like a harpy, blood running down the face, really like gruesome, and you see it like up front and personal. You've got another one that's kind of like picking up boulders and slamming them on your head, like really big beast. They've just done it so well. Yeah, there's such a good variety of types of battle, types of challenges, and ultimately decent rewards at the end of that. There's very cool scenes, like you get to pull the sword out of the stone and actually fight the beast which is held within the sword, which is this dragon. Really cool fight. Absolutely wrecked me, but I think he's meant to. But as you go along, you kind of like collect other relics, other ultimate weapons, which are part of your upgradable feature on your heroes. So you're not just kind of building them with gear, leveling them, ascending them, that type of stuff. You're also finding new relics to make them more powerful. Now, it is a hero collector. You are going out there to find yourself some new heroes to build into your squad. And, you know, like these type of games, there are different types of classes. You're either going to have the big damage dealers. You're going to have some which are healing you up. But you get to kind of do this cool, pull the sword out of the stone, summoning mechanic. And then you're hopeful to find your first legendary. I didn't find a legendary doing it that way, but I did actually get myself my first legendary about a day into playing the game. And my first legendary was Tristan. Not one of the names that you hear from the Knights of Old. Somehow King Arthur's a rare. Tristan I hadn't heard of. The legendary. So I soon found I needed to like work my way into getting this legendary into my team. Where do I go? I go to the Burning Lands. And that's where you basically get some of the enhancement ability stuff. Honestly, this boss is so freaking cool. Yeah, he's like this big, multi-armed, almost like Mortal Kombat type enemy. I can't think what the dude's called in that program, but basically it's this big dude. He's picking up rocks. He's burning you. He's setting you on fire. He's slamming the rocks on your head all the time. You're trying to keep yourself alive. I would recommend bringing some sort of healing or some sort of cleanse into this fight because he absolutely hard wrecks you. But yeah, ultimately, I think from my experience in one day, it's just so good. Like, this boss fight looks absolutely freaking sweet. Now, as you're working your way through, you do get to kind of reclaim your kingdom. So you're building up your castle and your surrounding kind of village as you go. Unlocks things like the forge, unlocks the marketplace, little training area where it was actually super useful to understand the mechanics of the game better, and more. There's like a whole bunch of stuff you're unlocking as you level, including the summoning portal as well. Quite a nice little kind of sideline to what you're doing. Plenty of rewards to be had along the way, just for kind of doing your daily grind and kind of understanding the game better. I feel like yeah, Kabam have done a really good job here with King Arthur in terms of just kind of drip feeding the game to you without making it totally overwhelming. So look, do you want a new challenge for 2023? I think the game is absolutely going to smash it, honestly. You can come to the link, which is going to be around me. It's also going to be on my pinned comment. You need to go to the website and pre-register. Yeah, the more people that pre-register, the bigger the Brucey bonus rewards are going to be. The game will go into live open beta on the 29th of June. I think it's going to be a massive, massive launch, honestly. It's just going to get so much attention. Make sure you're in the mix. So, thanks again, Kabam, for letting me get involved in this little project. Guys, let me know down below in a comment. What do you think of the look, the feel of this game? Is it something you're going to get involved with? As I said, if it is, make sure you pre-register using my link down below. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.